Hi, in today's video this is part 2 of our home decor trick series. And what I showed in my first video was making a beautiful embellishment for your pillow. This can be put on your bed or in a chair, however you decorate your room, and can be in your living room and your bedroom, a sitting room, guest room. The possibilities are endless. So we started off with a linen napkin, and then we used our slow stitching skills, and I made 3 fabric yo-yos and a butterfly embellishment. This was with 2 pieces of fabric. When I do other embellishments, I'll use 3, 4, just depends on the size of the template that I'm starting off with. The background was a wide piece of lace, approximately 4 inches, maybe 6 inches. And then the width of the napkin. And then I had the background piece was layers of silk and lace, and I put those on top of each other. And then I had buttons that I used on top of that, and I wanted to have them all matching. And so thankfully I had enough of these in my stash. I took a piece of pink trim, and then this had green gauzy trim and lace and ribbon in it. This pearl, I don't know, strand. It's a crafty, thing, and you can cut it in the between each pearl, and it doesn't come apart. So it's made so that it can be cut like that. And then let's see, I felt pieces, and I made 3 leaves. There's a little tiny one stuck in there, larger one, medium one. Just used a little back stitch, stem stitch on this, and blanket stitch around the butterfly. And then over here in the corner, because this was like a bare spot, I just kind of wasn't balanced looking, so I said I need to balance that out. So I have several butterfly pins, brooches in my collection. So I took this small one, I liked it, and just a different color element was perfect. And I took some leftover trim and embroidery thread that I had left over in the pink and the green. And then as for a little tail coming down off of this pink trim here, I just have this trailing down, as you can see right there. And then this is pinned to the linen. Now, I gave you the idea that this was going to be a pillow wrap. So as you can see, it still is laying across the center of this. And instead of taking another piece of fabric, which I was going to take another piece of cotton fabric, put a hem on it like the napkin is, and I was going to sew it here, and I was going to sew it down here. But I like to do things the easiest way possible for myself, and my energy, where do I want to expend my energy, and sitting at the sewing machine, all those kinds of things. I have to take all that into consideration. So what did I decide to do instead? I decided that I wanted, the brooch gave me the idea, something else, a nice brooch or pin or safety pin, how about? So these safety pins that you can add beads and charms to is what I came up with. So I went through my stash. I said, I am not going to go and purchase, and I could really go all out and get it real all fancy and all that kind of thing. But I said, no, let's use up what's in the stash, Marcia. So I was like, okay. And I went through and found cute little charms and spacers. So the pineapple is a spacer. This is like a spacer, but it has a cute bunny rabbit on the bottom. I love bunnies. And then a sun spacer, a clock spacer, a word charm. It says enough, and it means that I am enough. I have enough. My home is enough. I love my beautiful home. I am enough. What I'm able to do is enough. I don't need to try to reinvent myself, especially at this point in my life. I'm happy. I'm happy with me. I'm happy with what I'm able to accomplish. And so that's what that stands for. And then I added a little bead dangle. This I had purchased from Yvette Quail. And then a teacup charm, and this was just from I don't even know, I think probably an Etsy shop, but I cannot remember who it was. And then another little pink bead spacer. So I didn't have any more of these silver ones, but that was okay. I didn't want it was too floppy without the extra spacer. Now, to make your own little beaded dangle safety pin like this, first let me pin it, and then I'll show you how to go about it. All right, so this is going to hold my linen beautiful pillow decor piece in place. And I'm using this fold piece as a guide. And let me see here. I wanted to try and get it. Okay, yeah, here. Okay, so there's a flap. There was a pleated. This had a pleated front. I'm trying not to stab myself with this thing because I am really good at doing that with my sewing needles, but this thing would really hurt and draw blood, and I do not want to do that. But my goodness, is that tough to get through there. Okay, now. Got it through that side. Now let's get it back through the front. My word. Okay. Whew. That was a workout. Okay, now, there you go. Isn't that just lovely? Look at how pretty that looks. You know? And now I'm going to put it on my bed, and then I'm going to show you how beautiful it looks. And that's going to hold this in place. I mean, that is not going to go anywhere. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I love how this turned out. So now let's see it in place, set up, and show you how beautiful it looks. Okay. Okay, wasn't that pretty? So beautiful. I'm so happy with it. So I'm going to make a new pillow cover, wrap, sleeve, whatever you want to call it. Depends on how you do yours and how you attach it. So I'm going to just call it a pillow wrap, like I said, or pillow cover. Now, if I actually had made a piece to go all the way around it, then I could consider it a sleeve, a cuff. So many ways to categorize and name it. All right, now let me show you how simple it is to make these little safety pin beaded charm dangles. And you could make this for, all right, now let's see. Okay, there we go. You know, to wear as well. It's not, but just look at how beautiful that is. I mean, to pin that on any of your pieces, the front of your journal, inside on a page, fabric page in your journal. So, I mean, again, everything I'm doing is for your inspiration, to unlock your creativity, to help you keep creating in the sunshine. So that's what Markets of Sunshine is all about here, is showing you how I do things, and hopefully it will spark your imagination and help you to do things. Okay, so these are, if you notice, doesn't have that little circle thing here that other safety pins have. So you want the one like that, first of all. I don't remember where I purchased these. I know they have them on Etsy, eBay, Amazon even. Check out where's your best price. Probably Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, any craft store. So you want to hold your finger, your thumb, in this curve, and then you push it out gently, 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 gently. And then this allows you to put your spacers and your beads on. Obviously, the hole of the bead has to be bigger than the shank, whatever this thing is called. I'm just giving it a name because that seemed right. This little metal bar, because I ran into that problem with some of the beads I wanted to use. So if you're going to purchase anything, if you don't have them already on hand, spacers. You want spacers. But make sure, I mean, you saw the hole in the spacers that I was using, but that's, which, you know, they're pretty good size there. It looked to be at least a 1/4 inch diameter. I would say go with the, if you can find something, I don't know what's the smallest size of spacers. I'm not a jewelry professional, so I'm just using what my daughter had gifted me. She was the jewelry maker in the family. So you start off with a spacer, and you can do any order that you want to. But what I did was a spacer, then a charm, a bead dangle, spacer, charm, bead dangle, and repeated that order. Now you could do spacer, bead dangle, charm, you know, mix it up. You can do, you know, it doesn't matter. That just seemed right to me. And then when you're done, hold your finger here and gently, 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 gently bend it down and close it. So that keeps this in shape and you don't get any little kinks in here. So be mindful of that when you pick up yours. And I think I will also make a new safety pin bead dangle, charm dangle, for each month and for each new pillow wrap that I make. I think that just seems to be a good idea. And my next one I'm going to do is going to be with the tiny house. And I just love this idea of just by changing out that little cover on the pillow, all you have to do is unpin it, unvelcro it, however you're going to do yours, and then but pin your next one on. So the hexagon one, I want to keep with that same idea of using a napkin. I like that width, and then make the hexagon to go on the front of the napkin with the little tiny house. I like that idea. And I like that it gives a beautiful contrast, bringing in the pink with my comforter, because the comforter is that teal and green, and then the other side is a reversible, so it's butterflies, more lime green on the other side with butterflies, and then the side that you saw was the like a geometrical shape with teal was the dominant color, and then the green, lime green, is in the centers. So I really like this. So I will be doing the purple bird and floral kit that's in my shop. So 1 month is going to be that. Oh, beautiful contrast. Teal and purple go absolutely wonderful together. And then I will do the orange teacup. That is going to be beautiful. And then, oh, what was the other? Oh, the bluebird birdhouse. And again, just the contrast, but everything's going to look perfect with that. So I will, even when I turn it over for the spring and the summer, I like to turn it over to the butterfly side. And the blue hexagon or geometric shape, I don't know if they're hexagons, side I leave for winter and fall. So that's how I love the fact that when I buy a comforter set, it's going to be reversible. And then each month we'll make a new safety pin bead dangle to hold our little darling little pillow wrap home decor piece. So do you like that trick? I think this is another perfect trick, don't you? Instead of going through that extra sewing step and cutting fabric and all that kind of thing. Not that there's anything wrong with that. In 1 month, I might have enough energy, you know, to do that. I'm not against it yet. I'm just saying. But this idea, I love this idea. Just make you a beautiful, or if you have beautiful brooches, get those brooches out and pin them with a beautiful brooch. Don't just leave them in the drawer. Don't just wait for a special occasion to go out. Look, admire that piece of jewelry the whole month. Isn't that something nice? That is really something nice. I like that idea as well. So I may go through some of my brooches, and I don't really have a lot, and everything is a butterfly. So we'll see what I have and if I can incorporate that somehow. But otherwise I'll be making the little safety pins. So thank you for being here with me today on my channel. I hope you enjoyed this home decor trick, and I hope to see you in the next video. And I would love for you to join my private Facebook group, or public at this moment, Slow Stitching Sampler. The link will be in the description. And if you want to take part in the Slow Stitching Sampler series, we are working on the tiny house kit. You can check out those videos. I will try to link those in the description below as well. Maybe not right off the bat, so when the video first loads, if you don't see them, then just give me a few minutes I have to go in and edit it and find those links and bring it back and put it in and all that kind of thing, yada, yada, yada. Otherwise, look for the video on the end of the screen when this video ends, and then I will put them there. So I think that's about it, and I will see you in the next video. Stay safe and keep creating in the sunshine. Bye-bye.